Thank you for joining us today at Miniature Wargaming Labs. We've cracked open the Leviathan box and we're going to show how we put together the Screamer Killer for the Tyranid section there. So go ahead and watch. Remember, this is a big boy, so take your time on him. Make sure everything's squeezed in. Turn them around and squeeze all the little pins together. Alright, let's get going. Alright, to get started, I have my metal baking tray to capture any pieces I drop. I'm going to open up my instruction booklet to the Screamer Killer page. Now normally I check to see if I have the right base, but there's only one bad boy this size in the base, and it's got the 3 holes. Alright, so we're going to set that to the side at this point. Now I have the frame for the Screamer Killer. Alright, and what I'm going to do is take out my clippers here and try to get as tight a fit as possible. Separate the frame from the model. Alright, once we've separated it out, what I like to do is set it down, the corresponding piece with the number, just lay it down right on top. And then we'll just move around the frame and we're going to start cutting out the pieces. Now for this model, it goes over 3 pages, so we're just going to focus on these 2 pages, then we'll go over to the next. With all the pieces cut out, we're ready to move to cleaning. So I'll just pick up this one as an example. You can see where we separated it from the frame. There's a little imperfection, so we're going to take our X-Acto knife. And this one I've used for a long time, so it's dull, so I can take the sharp edge and kind of like scrape off these mold lines if I want to. And you'll find these mold lines connect all those little sprue gate imperfections. And we can move on like a little metal file if we want to make it extra smooth. But the idea is once we clean it, we'll put it back on its corresponding number, and then we'll get ready for assembly. So I'm going to go around and finish these off. So everything's been cleaned up and I'm ready to start assembly here. So let's go ahead. This piece goes along. I'm going to get G19 and G20. We're going to squeeze those in place. Trying to get rid of the turnip sound, make sure there's no daylight coming through. Yeah, make sure you push all the way in there. And with that, I can take my plastic glue. I'll just run a bead between the 2 plates. That'll fuse it together. He's got a little toenail I'm going to put down there. Then we can close off the carapace. So I'm just going to run a bead down the edges of the armor. fitting in there. There we go. Squeeze. And fill that in a little bit. Okay, let's work on this bottom chest cavity. Gotta squeeze it in increments here. Alright. Just press down on that for a little bit. I give that a little time to dry so it doesn't flex around too much. So let's go ahead and get this foot, the right side of his right leg. I'll squeeze it and that little bead of plastic glue will squishy out. That'll fill in the line. Cod piece here. Fill in some of that glue. Alright, got that all squeezed into place. So let's move on to the left leg. I don't actually like putting the glue on the pins themselves because that would get in the pinhole and might cause it to not have enough room to squeeze in all the way. Let's line these up. That went in beautifully. Alright, move on to his little toe. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to glue the hip here. Excellent. Now comes, okay. All right, let's make sure we have this lined up. I guess what would be, must have it backwards. Do I have it backwards? All right, so it says point, point, spin it around until it fits. Okay, standing like this. Oh, fits inside. Just trying to get it to cover it. Okay, I got you now. All right. Okay, so it's kind of lower. Take the lower end, back it in there, and then, come on. There we go. Now let's go set that thing to the side here. I'm getting low on plastic glue here. Alright, so let's fuse it from the back. Run a little bead around here. Make that up to the head. Alright, good. Now we can get to the fun parts. See, these have double prongs, so we don't have to guess about the alignment. Go ahead and put. Other arms. Arms are not the easiest. Sometimes I wonder if I make the push fit too difficult on myself, because I'm used to making other monsters. Oh my god, look at the wingspan on this guy. It's going to be a pain to store. Okay, now got him assembled to that point. What I like to do here is turn the page, and we'll take our base. Let's see how they've got it set. Alright, so did I grab the wrong one? No. Let's double check this. What kind of base is it? A 90 millimeter. Just seems so huge. I did. I grabbed the wrong base. It's this one. really wanted him to work on that one. Alright. Let's go on down here, I'll fill this in. It's a sign I didn't push it in all the way right, but oh well. Let's lower this guy in here. Alright, so let's go around. I want to get this hoof a little smoother, so I'll do a little plastic glue. Then I'll take the, got some parts right there. And run it around, that'll just fill it in, smooth it out for me. When I run the primer over it, I won't even really notice it's there. Or you can use some like liquid green stuff or regular green stuff, that'll work too. Alright, so there's your guy. That took a minute. Alright, well, thank you for joining us at Miniature Wargaming Labs, and we'll see you next time.